do to you? Fuck you.
The regions of experience. Demons to some, angels to others.
I saw her face.
What's that like to live deliciously?
Greetings, friends! Welcome back to the Messed Up Movies Podcast. Sorry, Sam just said, some of me's hot, some of me's cold. And we're all fucked up about it. I'm your host, Griffey. Welcome back to the pod where we talk about shit. We are so excited today to be talking about another film festival draft. Today, we are doing a Slumber Party themed film festival draft. So before that, a little business. Go find Mr. Cream Jean's Hidey Hole on Indiegogo. You can still support the show. You can pick the Join the Podcast perk, where you can pick one of us to not be on the show, and you can fill the seat, and you can do a film festival draft with all of the gang. So that's a cool thing you can do. Go to the Messed Up Movies Podcast Patreon page to support this very pod. Tons of exclusive stuff over there. We've got an Alien Earth miniseries we've been doing, which has been a blast. Lots of fun stuff, exclusive episodes over there. Join our Discord and Patreon community. That would mean the world to us. And make sure you subscribe to Misfit Parade's YouTube channel so you can see video version of this and other stuff me and Sam and Heath have been cooking up.
Griffey,
it'll come out someday.
Sophia, pop
Heath.
Your bills back a little.
Oh,
Sorry,
damn,
y'all.
okay. Sorry, Heath is in the director's chair now, so
Is
you're
that
going to
better?
see the way
That's
he
right,
fucking
that's
works.
right.
You're going to see the way he
Do
works.
what I say.
Yeah, did you guys remember that movie Animal Farm where the noble horse boxer worked until his legs exploded and communism won?
Keep those bills up, boys.
Yeah, get them bills up, boys! We going into the trenches. Speaking of the trenches, I don't know what that non sequitur was. I was thinking of fingering, I think.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
weird. Sorry, we're in
Yeah.
mixed
Well,
company.
All this is weird.
God damn, Sophia. Don't bring that into this joint.
My bad.
So,
Wait. Can I just, since you said that, so Griffey,
Are we doing fingering stories?
when we were at Genre Blast, he would say the
Oh,
most
God.
outrageous shit, and then stop midway through and say, "Well, I probably shouldn't say this in mixed company," and then would go on to just
Hey.
To be fair, I'm wearing my Genre Bless hat. Greatest film festival in the land. Loved it. I was nearing blackout drunk every day I was there.
That's just
The
festival.
most-
Ended up
Griffey.
getting handed shrooms once.
The most
Yeah.
blue
Oh, yeah.
comedy was coming out of this guy's
Woo!
mouth,
Yeah.
and but not in mixed company. And then the mixed company
No.
quickly dispersed.
This is why
after
He
it
warned
was-
him. He warned him.
Heath doesn't understand. Being the guy who says the outrageous things, there has to be a level of charm and sophistication in how you deploy this. One time I stepped too far, and I know one of the actresses in a movie, Heath said her eyes lit up, and she went, I gotta go talk to them, and then went and stood outside of the circle like 5 feet away from them. She just wanted so
Bless.
desperately to not be talking to me anymore. So it is not an exact science.
Sam
It's-
was there. He knows.
Yeah, I saw that happen.
Shut up, Sam. Shut the fuck up, Sam. All right, we're here to draft. We're not here to fuck it. This is not Albert Brooks' defending
This is
Griffey's
an
life.
intervention.
Fire
Griffey.
That
Side
is not
stories
what
of
this is. This
Griffey.
is not defending Griffey's life. This is a sleepover draft. So before we start, who would like to explain what the parameters of this list are? I think this might be the squishiest list we've done. Heath,
I think Heath needs it, yeah.
what do you think of when we're drafting Slumber Party
Right.
Film Festival?
Who came up with this though? This was
This
This
not.
is
was a
mine.
Sophia.
Oh,
Oh,
this
Sophia,
is-
why don't
yeah,
you
you
explain?
explain it.
Oh,
You
no.
explain
What is
Okay,
the intention of this draft?
So, Slumber Party Sleepover Party draft. Movies that you watched as a preteen. Typically, you'd start the evening off with something that was appropriate with the adults around, little PG-13, nothing too gory, nothing too raunchy. And then you have the segment of the evening where parents have gone to bed. You put on something a little more scary, something a little more, there might be some boobies, there might be, some crazy
Nice.
stuff in there.
Nice. Hey,
so that,
after
yeah.
you say that, you have to say not in mixed
Not in
Not
mixed
mixed
company.
company.
Not in mixed
There might be boobies,
All right,
but depending
I'll trade you.
on...
Whoa.
Whoa.
Hey, hold on.
Anyways,
Come on.
coming in. Yeah, so I think the only parameters we had were it can't be a movie that came out after you were 15 years old.
So this is a very specific addition that Heath added that I
Yeah.
actually like. These have to be movies that could have been picked by us when we were of slumber party
Yeah.
age. What age were slumber parties not cool? Once you were supposed to be fornicating, I think.
I was never allowed to
I
have
mean-
slumber parties, so I don't know.
Oh.
And you never fornicated.
I just
so you
watched
were
them-
just caught in the middle?
I just watched movies by myself, and
I would say once you could drive,
Yeah.
it wasn't cool.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
So learner's permit, 15.
Then you
years
could
old.
sleep in your car. You could do cool stuff like that.
Sneak out.
Do you ever sleep in your car, Sam?
Not on purpose.
Your mom used to sleep in your van.
My mom used to sleep in the car, yeah.
That was cool.
I think she just, wanted to get away from my dad, but,
It'd be like that.
All right, so Sophia, okay, so I
Yeah.
think we all have the parameters down.
Yep.
Sophia, you're going to roll for order.
All right.
Who are you starting
We're
with?
going to start with Heath. Heath, 17.
Ooh,
Wow,
that's a good
not
start.
All right. This is for Sam, 10. Griffey, 7.
Rigged.
Me, 5.
So
there's that.
I think it goes Heath, Sam, me, Sophia, and then back.
counterclockwise?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so Heath, you're starting us off with our
Oh.
slumber party list.
All right. I'm doing a lot of things here. I'm producing. I'm looking at my list. I'm
Yeah,
trying
our
to drink a
damn
White
producer
Claw.
had to go do his life. That's bullshit.
Okay. Well, all right. So
He's got a cell phone, an iPad, a White Claw.
Bless
This is a Renaissance man right here.
lots to juggle. Lots to juggle. Okay. Let me look at my list here. Okay. So I like the way that you set this up, where it's kind of a progression. In my case, when I was like 14 or 15, I would have my friends over. My sister would have been trying to like clamor in, hang around. So it would.
Were
have
your
been,
friends trying to hook up with your sister?
No, not at 14. She would have been like.
I feel like
11.
I was at least thinking about it. I didn't know how to do it. I used to think that a woman's vagina was where the belly button is. So, like, I wasn't prepared, but I thought about
Okay.
it. Wait,
Jesus.
oh, sorry. Are we not just having fellowship?
I think
this is unbelievable.
I think this is a mixed company. Again.
not mixed companies.
Yeah,
all
sorry.
right. Okay. Anyway, it would have
Sex
had to
is
be something.
important.
I do have a question, though. So,
No, it is not on the belly button.
yeah, where is it exactly? Are these movies that we would have watched ourselves, or are we still doing the film festival to
You're
try to...
curating a festival so
So-
that your friends who are spending the night at your house will be blown away by your horror
So
movie.
you're
messed up
hosting
movie
a
action.
So
slumber
my
party.
specific friends, or like
Well,
just people
yeah,
in general?
Whatever rabbits you
Well,
fucking
'cause
duct tape to hang out with
That's
you.
a huge discrepancy in what we like to watch,
I-
I think that's sort of the point of this one. This
Yeah,
one can be
same.
a little bit more personal.
Personal. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Now that we totally derailed Heath's pick.
Sorry.
Sorry.
All right. Yeah.
This
where
is
where
great
was I?
war games.
Okay. I've got to
Never
switch
let your
cameras.
enemy have their foot. Yeah.
Okay. Let's start. Let's just start. I'm going to go with Trimmers.
Okay.
Trimmers. That is one
That's
that
a
my
heavy
sister
start.
loved. It's a PG-13 movie. It's a lot of fun.
Oh.
The parents aren't getting on my ass about why are you putting like a really messed up movie on in mixed company.
Mixed company. Sam.
So I'm saving all of the harder core movies for when parents are asleep and sisters to bed and we're getting weird.
Tremors is one of the most undervalued scripts of all time. The screenplay for Tremors is a masterclass in how to write an ensemble, a two-hander. That movie is fucking incredible.
And the edited version is amazing. That was one of the movies they always played on like TNT late at night.
Yeah.
But they would cut out all the curse
Yep.
words. It was so great. It was one of my favorites.
I do think that's the first time I ever saw it was on cable. Yeah, it was
You
just one
son
of those
of a
cable
gun!
movies.
All right, Sam, what's your first slumber party pick? That's a good one. That's
That is
hard
a good one. Okay, so I think my first one is going to be along similar lines, Anaconda.
Yeah.
Mm.
Anaconda.
Yeah. So,
Why Anaconda? Of
Well, I was-
all the giant creature movies.
It's like the tamest of them, I think.
What?
Anaconda. I don't know. It just seems like a good one to start the night off with. Like nothing too crazy happens. A dude gets eaten.
I'm
When
terrified
John
of
Voight
snakes, so I'm
gets
like, that's
spit
not
out of the
tame.
snake. You hate snakes.
That
Hate
was crazy.
snakes,
When he
yeah.
starts eating him, then he pukes him up,
Yeah.
and Voight still has one eye, and he
It's
was-
got Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Ice Cube is like a family favorite,
That's fair.
you know?
Yeah.
And it's got Jennifer
Who
Lopez.
would have thought that would have been the obit for family favorite Ice Cube dead at 82? That's crazy.
Is he dead?
No,
Oh.
he's also not 82.
Oh, okay.
His career might be dead after the new War of the Worlds, I heard. Oh!
I just feel like that's
Sorry.
what I would start if I had friends coming over to watch movies.
That's true.
Yeah.
John Voight as Paul Cerrone is one of my all-time favorite movies. That had Danny Trejo. That had Owen Wilson. That had an incredible cast. It had the hunter from Jumanji, right? Like, who is just fucking golfing and furious about rap music. It was great. But Paul Cerrone is always like, hey, you don't know Baby Bird, right? He
Yeah.
does like a weird, like, rapist Jean-Claude Van Damme voice, which is absolutely stunning. I love Anaconda. I think that's a
and it was kind of a prototype for the Snake movies.
It's a little bit of a weak pick.
It was a very early CGI monster movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a bit like I
that
remember being
Deep Blue
so
Sea.
excited to go to the theater to see Anaconda, like so ecstatic. It's a great movie.
It's a killer movie.
All right, so you guys are all starting off a little pussy, as they say in High Fidelity.
Well, we're supposed to.
Our parents
Yeah.
are
We're
still
supposed to.
away.
Go
Our
back to
son's
the
still
Oh,
up.
were your parents
We're
squares?
tricking our parents into letting us watch the other one.
My parents were as square as it gets. We could have no nudity, no nothing, so I get it. I'm going to trick my parents with The Lost Boys.
Ooh.
Okay.
See, so not only am I getting the kind of PG-13, still insanely fun, one of the best soundtracks of all time, but setting a mood for hanging out with your friends being sexy as hell, which is what I was trying to cultivate with my friend group.
Okay.
I'm not sure we were as good at it as the fucking biker gang and the Lost Boys.
Yeah.
But I think that made hanging out with your friends seem way cooler than a bunch of kids in their jammies and
Yeah,
sleeping bags.
it's sexy at 13. Yeah,
It's sexy.
Hell yeah.
I don't know that
Okay.
we were sexy, but we wanted to be. We had aspirations.
Okay, that's
Had we
fair.
gotten
It was
big,
a hot movie.
we could have been sexy. The Lost Boys is clearly the best Slumber Party movie of all time.
Not J-Lo sexy, though.
That
What
is
is?
fair.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I mean, I think her 18 divorces would disagree with that. But
Oh.
Whoa.
A sexy woman
That's true.
would be divorced 18
Maybe it was her
times.
choice to get
she
divorced.
trapped 18
Yeah.
men. So this is the Ric Flair argument, right? He says he has 17 world championships, the most of all time. He also lost the world
17.
championship 17 fucking times. So what is more important?
Well, you
I
got to
don't know.
lose it to get it back, right?
Oh, damn. From the heart.
Wait,
All right, so
That was deep
Can
as
I
hell.
interrupt this with an anecdote from the video store days? I
Yeah.
used to work at a
Yeah,
video
yeah.
store. Okay,
Oh.
so saying that we're going to trick our parents reminded me of this story. So we would we had a back room, right? Like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, you know, one of those
With
where
the saloon
The
doors.
saloon doors. I'll never forget when me and Skylar snuck into those. And we were just like, whoa! We saw all these boobs. There was some poor guy who probably just worked 60 hours that week trying to buy. My mom busted through those saloon doors and just laid into this guy. She's like, you pervert! And he was like, he did nothing
Aw.
wrong.
Yeah,
we just
man.
crawled under the doors because we're like, what's in there? We're like, oh, boobs. And my
Sweet.
mom wrecked this poor man. And he's
Bless
just
her.
like, what? I just came out of the coal mines of Indiana. I just want to jerk off in peace. And because we were assholes. Because we thought it was like cowboy shit.
That's fair.
so I mean, there are many stories about the
There
back
was
room.
cowboy
Yes, in the
stuff
back
in there.
room.
One quick anecdote that is another sidebar is that one of our friends that was in my class, his grandpa would come in and we'd call him every single time he'd come in and rent a porno.
Nice.
Hey, your grandpa just ordered Edward Dick Hands or whatever it is. You know?
Edward Dildo Hands.
Yeah. But this story goes so
That guy probably fought for his country, and he's like, these little pricks are calling my
Ratting
grandson,
on
telling him I'm fucking.
well, he didn't
At
know.
the
He didn't know.
49th
All
parallel.
just his grandson knew, and he would say, "Shut up, you guys! Oh, you do this all the time. Oh, I don't care. I don't care. My grandpa watches porn. I don't care."
Aw.
Good for the grandpa,
Good for the
man.
friend and the grandpa.
Dude, I hope
Yeah.
I'm still jerking it at that age.
Oh, I definitely will be.
I mean, it was a pre-internet age, so you
Yeah.
kind of had to do what you had to do.
By the way, I don't think you're wrong that if I saw any of my friends' dads, uncles, or grandpas coming in to buy porn, that would not be huge news for me back.
Well, it was a fireable
Small
offense.
town, yeah.
If it got out that we had done that, we would have been fired on the spot.
Oh, yeah, that makes
Anyway,
sense.
the story goes, and it relates to this conversation
It's a
about
breach of
hiding
trust.
what you're watching from your parents. So these drunk guys call up, and they're like, "Hey, what do you got in the back room?" You know, and we're like, "Go back there." This would happen, and we like list off some titles, like, "Who the fuck knows?" And so
Why are they
he
pre-checking?
gets worn out, and he's like, "All right, just pick something." And we're like, "Well, we're grabbing the obvious, like most gay porn that is back, you know, on the shelf." And we said, "Okay, well, we'll have it ready for you when it comes to pick it up." He's like, "Well, there's a problem with that." I'm like, "Okay, what's that?" He's like, "We're too drunk to come up to the video store to pick up the movie, so you have to disguise it." Yeah.
Wait.
Oh my God.
So he was not
is he
worried about
sending
drunk
his
driving.
wife
He
or
was
something?
worried about getting caught with
No.
a porn.
His grandmother was
was
coming
gonna say
to
that.
pick up the movie. His grandmother was coming to pick up the movie, and he said that Grandma could not know that it was a porn, right?
So she just thought that they were renting Beauty and the Beast, and that was totally normal.
Well, that was up to us to figure out what it was. So we put it in the Country Bears, which no one remembers that.
If my fucking 38-year-old grandson and his friend were like, Grandma, it's midnight, go pick up the Country Bears. I would feel worse than if they were just getting a porno.
I don't think he was 38 though. Was he even?
That's how I imagine the story. This guy was old as shit.
He sounded old,
Yeah.
like older
Oh
than
my
me.
God.
I was like, what, 16?
I think as a younger person, you're so close to that grandma at Christmas morning thing where you respect your grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
That's a move of a man who has no respect for his grandmother because he's 40.
So anyway, Grandma comes up to the counter, and we hand her the movie, and she looks at it, and she goes, what the hell is this? And we're like, well, that's, what they wanted to watch.
Your 40-year-old grandson's a child.
and Stoneface, she goes, I bet it's a porno.
Got him. Fucking got him.
And then you fucking dropped out the cassette of Bad Black Nurses 12 and blew her mind.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she called us out. Like, we were like, well, we don't really know.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Who's
God,
to
if we're just
say?
doing
Who's
non
to
sequiturs,
say?
we could do this all night. I used to hide the first thing I ever found that had tits in it was an anime called Ninja Scroll. And it had this guy who stole this woman, and he put her whole tit in his mouth. And I remember being like, that's the hottest thing I've ever seen. But my parents didn't know that cartoon could have nudity in it because it was from Japan. I still got scared, and I fucking smushed it into the Rescuers box. So I hid the Rescuers VHS and put it in that big-ass bubble thing.
Yep.
And I guess my mom was just like, this motherfucker loves the Rescuers. Not even the Rescuers Down Under, which is a vastly superior film.
Yeah.
Which would make more sense given
because
the
then you
subject
would
matter.
want to watch that movie. It was fucking great. Not the shitty The Rescuers. That was my jerking off
The rest.
disguise. Neither here nor there.
Jeez.
Speaking of Bad Black Nurses 12, Sophia, you're
sorry,
up.
sorry to throw that all off. All right.
You get two things. Sophia, where'd you hide your porno
What's your
VHS?
set?
Anyways, okay, so
Heath does not understand mixed company.
so I grew up in the early 2000s, which is gonna make my list a little different.
This is insane that she just gets all of cinema history because she's a
Yeah.
child.
Can we talk about that a little bit?
That is such an
So this
insane
rule-
Blessed by the best. Sorry.
Well,
y'all.
Heath technically came up with the rule,
Yeah.
right? But
And
I think it
proudly
significantly
said yeah.
benefits you.
Yeah.
Because you have
100%.
all of the movies after 99.
You were 15 like 5 years ago.
So wait, your cutoff is 98. Yours is 98.
99.
Mine's 99.
98 or 99, I don't
Are
know.
we,
We're all
are we the same age?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got
I
2010.
thought I was younger.
Sophia has like 20 years of
You've
great
got,
movies on
you've
it.
got everything.
You better
Hell
win
yeah.
this list.
We'll see. Okay, anyway, so it's a very personal list. So I grew up early 2000s, grew up in a very like conservative household, like no violence, no nudity. But one of the most
So
popular
you're picking
movies,
the most dangerous game.
so my first pick, the movie my mom would always put on for our slumber parties, and I still love this movie, is Halloween Town.
I don't even know this.
Halloween Town, the
No one's
Disney
seen
movie?
Yes.
Yes.
So
Where
Halloween
the kids
Town.
find out that they have a grandma who they don't
Yeah.
know, but
They
she
know
lives
grandma.
in like, but she lives in a different place. Halloween Town. There's
Yeah.
like the Oogie Boogie Man. Is
No.
it?
So
Or that's
let me
Nightmare-
school you. Let me
Let me
school
school
you
you.
for once.
Jeez.
Halloween Town is an alternate dimension where time happens differently, and
Yes.
it's Halloween every single day. It's
Yes.
where monsters and witches can live freely amongst.
Is this
Okay,
like-
so I wasn't way off. It's Nightmare Before Christmas.
That's what I was about to say. Nightmare Before Christmas is the whole concept.
Not the same, but they have an alternate like
I see where you're
Halloween
coming
themed
from.
land
Yeah,
where they
absolutely.
live. Yes.
Pro
And there
notes.
is a guy. What is it, Mr.
Calabar. It's not Mister.
Who's the bad guy?
Calabar.
No, I thought it was like an Oogie Boogie Man.
Calabar.
Calabar. Okay, Calabar. I'll write that
Yeah.
down.
Calabar.
Okay.
Take
So
notes.
Halloween Town.
Halloween Town. The reason that I'm
I don't
picking
think
this
you know how
movie,
old our listeners are.
they
Yeah.
will know. So Halloween
They
Town.
will know.
Maybe.
Okay, Halloween Town.
I still love this movie, and I still put it on every Halloween.
Was the grandma the mom from Everybody Loves Raymond?
No, she was Debbie Reynolds.
Debbie
Whoa.
Reynolds.
Yeah,
Oh,
Debbie
that's
Reynolds was
wow,
grandma.
nice,
So
okay.
like great
Wait,
casting.
how old is this movie?
90s.
Oh, okay.
It was an early 90s like Disney Channel.
Disney Channel
Yeah.
original movie. There was 4 movies that were made in the franchise. 1 and 2
Wow,
are
it's a whole
phenomenal.
franchise?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Isn't there a place you can buy costumes called Halloween Town?
Spirit Halloween?
Oh,
I
that's
don't
Spirit Halloween.
know.
Wait,
I'm
this
sure there's
is
a
this
lot
a this was not a theater-theatrice release. It's a TV
No.
movie.
This
TV
was a
movie.
made for
Is that
Netflix
in
show.
the? I
Shut
guess
up.
It's a
if you're wa-
movie.
If
It's
it's
a
a
movie.
sleepover,
She literally had it at her slumber party.
It was
that's
at
true.
my
If
slumber
it's a
party.
sleepover,
We
you're
owned
watching
it.
And by the way,
We
I
owned it
know
on
other
DVD.
younger people who fucking love this
Well, because
movie.
my defense is it has phenomenal creatures in it, and everything, not everything, most of everything is practical. So it's a lot of great masks, a lot of great costuming, a lot of great like set design. The first one isn't super scary. The second one's pretty fucked up
Oh,
and
they
pretty
made a second
scary. There's 4. Yeah.
There's 4?
Yeah, there's 4 of them.
Are they all in different
Um,
towns or is it the same town?
They all mostly take place in Halloween Town. The 4th one takes place at a high school in Halloween Town.
I do have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
On October 31st is the day.
Okay, let me explain to you. I'm so excited you asked, Sam. Thank you for asking.
Because I'm like, there's got to be something about
October
that day.
31st, the portal between the mortal world and Halloween Town opens, but only for 24 hours. So you have
Oh.
exactly 24 hours if you're in the mortal realm to go to Halloween Town. However, because time moves differently in Halloween Town, you have a bit more of a window to travel. And I'm not going to spoil it for you because you should watch it, but
Okay.
that's a major plot point. Because at one point the girls get stuck over in Halloween Town. It's a
Oh,
whole
shit.
thing.
And they're stuck there for a whole year.
It's like 7 years or something
They're
wild.
just stuck
7
as
years.
slutty
Time
Playboy
moves
buddies
differently.
for
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
7
So it's like
years.
it's like sci-fi.
Wait,
and
are they
horror.
children?
Yeah. So it's 3 kids, grandma.
I thought
yeah.
it'd be better if they were like co-ed age.
Co-ed?
Well,
Then you could get into like mischiefs.
it's Disney Channel original movie.
That's a fair point that I
Yeah.
totally
Yeah.
forgot.
Dude,
Yeah.
whatever happened to does Disney Channel still make movies?
I have no idea.
I guess Disney has an app now. So yeah, obviously they do. What the hell am I talking about? Move
I
on.
think Jake Paul destroyed it on his way out. That was his first victory in a
That
fight.
checks out.
Oh.
But yeah, so Halloween Town's
Was
my
he
first
in
pick.
Halloween?
He was not in Halloween
No,
Town,
Jake
thank
Paul.
God.
Halloween Town. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Sophia is trying to edge us out by going hyper personal and specific,
Yeah.
which I actually
endearing.
think is insanely valuable. If you
Yeah.
just do a generic 4 of the 10 best horror movies,
Mhm.
that's not going to play.
Mm-mm.
I think this is a great strategy, even though
Yeah.
I've never fucking seen Halloween Town.
Kids
what
don't
is
care
your
about
next
We're gonna
one?
watch it
I agree.
together
This
as a
is the way
group.
to do this.
This is the
category.
way to do it.
So my next
gotta be
one
personal.
gets a bit more edgy, but nothing too crazy. The Craft.
Ooh.
Oh my god,
Which
such a good
For
movie.
any like
Great pick.
yeah, any horror girly I think is like an essential pick
Mhm.
because it really
Well,
like,
and boy.
well yeah, there's
Yes.
no gender specific for
I
any
think
of
it's
these
just boy.
movies. Yeah.
At one point in time, The Craft was my favorite movie.
Oh fuck.
I was in the Nev Campbell fan club.
Until
Yeah.
Taxi with
Until
Jimmy
Taxi.
Fallon came out.
I saw Taxi, yeah.
Doesn't
Yeah.
it kill you that Sam found Taxi at Dollar General, rewatched it, and he's like,
It
not as
doesn't
good as
hold
I
up.
remember.
Yeah.
He has the experience the whole world
I'm
had
not supposed to
with
talk about it, but yeah, it did not live up to how I remembered it.
Why are you not
Surprise,
supposed to talk
surprise.
about it?
You guys told me I'm not supposed to talk about
Yeah,
No one
you know
said
that
that.
the cashier at Dollar General, Sam's always like, I'm the weirdo, mister.
I don't
He's
even know.
like, yeah,
I
you're
don't-
buying Taxi for the 4th time this week.
it. Why'd you even laugh at that? What does that even mean?
That's a quote from your
That's The
former
Craft.
favorite movie, The
That's
Craft.
a quote from The Craft.
Ding
When they
dong.
get
I'm
off
the
the
weirdo,
bus.
mister?
Remember when he's like,
Yeah.
hey, ladies, take care of yourselves. A lot of weirdos out there. And he goes, hey, mister, we are the weirdos.
Oh,
Yeah. But
Okay,
yeah.
so can I say Fairuza Balk? Is that her name?
yeah.
Yeah.
She was a very early mega crush of mine.
Oh yeah.
Waterboy.
Yeah.
So Waterboy really takes.
That's when she was hot.
But
hot,
I
yeah.
saw her in The Craft, and I was like, still
Mhm.
yes. And then I saw her in Return of Oz, and I was like, this is an
Mhm.
uncomfortable, like Natalie Portman in The Professional thing. We have a friend who to this day is like, she was hot in that movie. I was like, I don't think you've seen that movie since college. She is a child in that film, brother. Like, she is a child in that film. No. But Fairuza Balk and the Waterboy in The Craft,
Total babe.
Nice.
holy
Yeah.
shit. That, like, blew my brain. I thought I would end up with an evil woman who looked like that. I ended up with just a normally not kind
You ended
woman.
up with the one girl out of the 4 that no one liked. The main girl.
The main girl is just like,
She's just like, I
Robin
don't-
Tunney.
She's
I only
like
do
the
magic
best.
so good.
classically
Everyone loved
attractive.
her.
Yeah.
And
I
she's
gotta say,
gorgeous.
by the way, if you're a witch and you're a good witch, fucking lame, dude. That's like a Satanist who
We
pays
love
parking
white
tickets.
witches.
That's
Yeah,
insane.
we don't like white
Okay.
No,
witches.
first off,
Ay,
we
ay,
do
ay.
not like white witches on this pod. Grow some fucking sack and be a man or a woman and do fucking real witch shit. What does
Woman.
white magic do?
It heals and shit like
Protect.
It's
that.
like that fucking
heals.
mayonnaise of magic. Not good enough for anything, but just on bad stuff.
But everybody does like it. Mayonnaise, you know.
Do they?
Okay, so
What's your
anyways, The
stance on
Craft,
mayonnaise switches?
Yeah. Let's move on.
So yeah,
Yeah.
The Craft, great Slumber Party movie. We always would try to do the light as a feather, stiff as a
Oh,
board
yes.
thing because
Did it
of
work?
it. No, it
No.
did not work for us. We were not witches. Turns
'Cause you're
out,
white witches.
we were white witches. Yeah.
Wait, did that start from that movie? Is that what that came
no,
from?
that's
I think it's like
an
an
No.
old thing. but,
Yeah.
like, I think that's the one that made it really famous. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's where I first heard
We
it.
tried to
Because I
do that,
remember,
too.
yeah, when I was a kid, that was always a thing. But I cannot remember if we did that before that movie came out or not.
Everybody was always like, you got to distribute the weight evenly.
Yeah.
They're like, you're not doing it right. Yeah.
You're like, sorry, my fucking thigh weighs more than my wrist, dude. What are you talking about? Okay, that's pretty... I like this hyper-specific, so I'm going to alter mine. So I've got kind of a monstrous youth thing. I'm going to go Pumpkinhead number 2.
That's a good one.
One of my all-time
Not
favorite
surprising.
movies. A movie I shared with my father before he left us at a young age, but like has just stayed with me. I think I watch that movie now is I'm the dad and my dad who left me is the kid who gets run over, right? There's like a weird, very personal thing with that. But I think Pumpkinhead is truly one of the most, if not the most undervalued horror movie of all time.
Wow, that's a bold statement.
Mm-hmm.
The acting is fucking incredible. I can't remember his name now. The dad, Lance Hendrickson.
Yeah.
Right? So Lance Hendrickson. I kept wanting to say Lance Stevenson, the Indiana
I know.
Pacer. And I was like, I know that's not right. So Lance
He's a good
Hendrickson
actor
in
too,
that
though.
is one of my favorite horror movie performances of all time. When he runs out, just a man who's running a shop. He's a great dad. He's hanging out. He's a paw. He's got to run his little shop, right? This guy and son, right? Grady, right? That's his name. Can't remember his name in the movie. God damn it. But him and his son, right? He's going to hand the store off to his son. He has to run home real quick to get food for this fucking dipshit farmer has all these kids who are just like dirt colored. He comes back and these fucking city slickers have come out and they need some beer. And the guy's like, I just got to tear around. I'm a dirt bike, right? This fucking Jersey Devil, this guy. And he gets out and he's fucking ramping the hills and he runs over the little kid with the giant fucking glasses.
Yeah.
I will never, in my life, I saw that movie for the first time when I was probably 5 years old. I will never, maybe I was 6, I can't remember exactly. I'll never forget watching this with my dad, and my dad just goes, see? And I was like, what the fuck does that, it's Lance Henriksen running out and holding his dead son. And one of the kids stays behind and he's like, we're real sorry, mister. And Lance Henriksen turns on him. And there's this look of absolute, I would fucking destroy you with my mind if I could, Scanner style. I remember being so devastated, wanting to cry. And my dad just goes, see?
God damn.
And I was like, what? That should have been my first sign.
Yeah, what do you-
Right, what does that mean?
As a kid,
What does that mean?
As a kid, I was like, it's so profound. I'm going to pretend I know what he means, and I'll unravel it as I get older.
Don't ride
Now
your
I
dirt bike?
think it was, see, it's a good thing I'm about to leave you. But I love the Pumpkinhead
Wait,
creature.
And so you're subjecting your friends at a sleepover to watching
Yes,
this like
this
childhood
is
trauma?
what-
Yeah.
This is how I think you do the list. You kind of do the one, so your parents are watching, like, all right, we'll let them watch a horror movie. I think the middle two have to be fucking take you to the depths, scary stuff. This is what you and your friends want. Which of you guys is going to be the wuss that can't handle it? Which is one of you that's
Calls
going to
their
run
mom
away?
to come pick them
Right.
up.
You
yeah.
want to test that, right? I think of night overs. They were like tests of strength, right? Will you stay up all night? Who could drink the most Mountain Dew? Who would eat the most candy? That's how I think of this. So I want some movies in the middle.
You had to take a couple like Nintendo breaks too.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you got to have
Yeah.
some movies in the middle that are going to test these fucking children. And I think Pumpkinhead is such a fun, if not very brutal film. So I'm picking Pumpkinhead.
Nice.
Sam, number 2.
Number 2, I'm sticking to my creatures, and I'm going with Lake Placid.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay.
That is the alligator movie where they go to investigate a string of alligator murders. In
When did this movie come out? I feel like I was like
Sam, you might
16
be
or
too
17
old for that.
when that came out.
Was it in the 2000s?
No.
I don't know.
I feel like it was 90.
It was a new.
I feel like you should just let me have it.
Damn.
All
dude.
right, it's on the bubble. It's on the bubble.
It's on the bubble.
Yeah.
He's a real Betty White.
I remember watching it as a kid.
1999.
That's the last year I could choose from.
Woo! Coming in just under the wire.
So, yeah, I'm sticking with my theme of tonight we're going to be having a monster animal.
I kind of like that,
Yeah.
dude. Giant monster movie sleepover. That's fun.
Yeah.
But, again, high
And you're
fidelity.
supposed to say grow.
Very pussy,
You're
Rob.
supposed to say go in karate, remember? That's my favorite.
Oh my god, that's right. When
my
they were
favorite
all over
line, yeah.
Platt getting the fight and he breaks his nose.
He's
He
like,
goes, he didn't say go. You're supposed to say go in karate. I like the one where he has the mask on. He just goes, hey, maybe later you can chew on my big fat log. That is another just
that is just a great
incredible-
movie. Yeah. And Bill Pullman, right?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
The fucking comedy in that movie is you can chew on my big fat log. And he's like, get back to your tent, deputy.
So,
He goes,
yeah,
we were about to mate.
I feel like that's a nice second course.
Does
for
anyone else think Sam
Anaconda.
should be punished for having such a pussy, not scary list?
No, I
There's
think
nothing
it's a good
scary
sleepover.
about
I
these
think it's
giant
just you,
monster
dude.
movies.
There's nothing scary
There's
about
no
giant
threat, 'cause
monsters.
these are fucking fictional things.
You're
scary.
full of shit. Yeah, Pumpkinhead's super real.
That is real. The revenge of a father.
You know,
dude.
Lost Boys is super real.
I think the listeners will judge accordingly.
I
Yeah.
also like how
Thank you,
personal.
Heath.
the
I heard
feelings are
exactly what
personal.
you were selling right there, and I agree.
Sam,
Yeah,
I think you're
full
doing
of it.
great.
Thank you.
She picked Halloween Town.
You've never even seen Halloween Town.
You're just
got me there.
Halloween Town seems cool.
First off, one of the jobs of the draft is to fucking undercut your enemies. Heath, go ahead.
All right. This is my second pick. All right, we're getting a little more dangerous. I'm
Okay.
going to go with Child's Play. A
Ooh.
movie that is, it's scary. It definitely traumatized a lot of kids.
Mhm.
And then by the time you're
yeah.
getting up into like your early teens, it's it's not as hardcore as you remember, but it still is having that effect. And you're getting deeper into the slasher, the horror. Though this might feel a little wrong and dangerous territory. So
I like it.
Child's Play.
I honestly
Yeah.
love that play.
Yeah.
That movie did scare the shit out of me. It was
Yeah.
mostly Child's Play 2 was the first one I saw.
And looking back
But when
on
he killed
it's
that
weird.
teacher with the yardstick,
Yeah.
Yep.
that scared the shit.
Yeah.
Well, all the ways he killed people, I was like, man, this. Like looking back on it now, I was like, why was I ever scared of that little freaking doll, dude?
Because it's not just a little doll. He maintains his full adult serial killer strength.
But he's got those little tiny legs.
A lot of people have little tiny legs that
Yeah,
can kill you.
I'm not scared of people with little tiny legs.
I feel like that's insane.
Because even though I'm very slow, I feel like I could outrun them.
I also think it's a fun dynamic, like being a preteen, you're growing out of the age of playing with toys.
Yeah. Oh,
And then you're like,
don't make
oh,
arguments for Heath.
I'm
What
sorry.
are
Oh,
you
yeah,
doing?
no,
yeah.
see,
Don't do that.
The pick is so good it just speaks for itself.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. Sophia spoke for the
That
pick.
is a
That's
good
that.
point. Your
Yeah.
toys are turning
Yeah.
on you.
Yeah.
Now you
The
have
toys-
shame if you
We're
still
adults
play with
now.
toys,
We're at a
right?
sleepover.
This is where Hulk Hogan action figures had to go.
You go home and you
Yeah.
apologize to your toys for not
and then
playing
you're
with
ashamed
them.
of Hulk
like,
Hogan
sorry.
again when you're already.
You're also not at your house. You don't know what kind of toys this person has that
That's
you're
true.
at.
Oh,
you know.
shit. Yeah.
Wait,
Weird
time out. Address that. What kind of toys did you think your friends had?
Well, I was never allowed to sleep over at my friend's house, like I said.
Damn.
But they could have demonic toys.
You never know.
I'm not talking about sex toys, dude.
Demonic toys.
Demonic toys.
So when I first started dating Amy, one of our first nights of amour, we went up to her bedroom, and I was appalled because on her bed, she slept in The Grinch sleeping bag.
Oh,
Not even under a
sleeping
blanket,
bag?
in a fucking sleeping bag like a hobo. And her entire room was filled with China dolls.
Oh, that is
Ooh.
creepy.
And it scared, I was
That
like,
is
this
creepy.
woman is not right. And I ended up marrying her.
She's the most
But
beautiful human.
it was fucking terrifying. It was one of those moments, and I was like, how bad do I not want to be a virgin anymore? I should run out of this house. It was so scary. Okay, sorry. We're derailing the list again. Heath, it's your pick again.
Oh, again?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
He's letting us get scared.
Holy
No, wait, he just did Child's Play.
He's the turn.
Yeah.
I'm the turn? Okay.
Oh,
Wait.
you are the turn.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, this is... I was not prepared. I was not prepared to be
Oh,
on the
see,
turn so
we
quick.
got him now.
Damn it. I'm going to make
With
a
our
rash
damn Tales of
decision.
Amour, we got him.
The Grinch.
Okay, I definitely know what my last one is, so
What
I've
if
got
I
to like
pick
come
that?
up with something in between. Okay, all right. So, what time do you think it is? It's probably.
Let's say you start at 9. First movie's at 9. Second movie 11. Third movie we're at like 1 a.m.
Yeah, we're at 1. All
It's
right,
late.
parents are
It's
long asleep.
Yeah.
Sister's out of the way. Like we've had pizza. Some kids are probably passed out. Like too much Nintendo.
Yeah.
And now it's time. Like, all right, we rented the movie
Mm-hmm.
that my parents would not suspect had this much nudity. Right?
Oh, see, I'm saving my titty movie for. Oh, wait, are you doing tits and then like calm you down for slumber? Or are you doing double tits? Let's see.
I'm definitely doing tits for this next pick. And then
Okay.
for the last pick, it's for the truly hardcore survivors of the sleepover.
Right.
Okay.
I feel like that's where you honor them
Right.
with the titty.
Yeah.
Right? You made it this far.
Yeah, so we're ratcheting it way up after
Okay.
Child's Play.
If you pick my movie, I'm going to be so fucking mad at you. Go ahead. There's no way.
Life Force.
Oh, that is such a good tits movie.
And it's sci-fi. Like, you
Yeah.
wouldn't know from the
Essentially-
VHS cover box. Like,
Yes.
my parents would have no idea that a movie called Life
It
Force
is the
has
planet
that much
Earth
movie.
with like a nondescript spaceship above. What it is astronauts find this thing in space. They go into it. They are space vampires that morph themselves into one of the most rockin'-bodied women of all time. Just one of the great pairs of tits who just psychically drains people and turns them into little desiccated turd people. Incredible tits all throughout that movie.
Exactly.
So many tits.
Yeah, and, you know.
That, okay,
we-
you
we-
literally
we-
caught me off guard. That is such a wild and great choice. If you would drop that in like 6th grade, people would have been fucking losing their minds. Great choice. All right, so Life Force. Heath's busted out the big guns early.
I will take your guys' word for it.
All right, Sam, what do you have?
All right.
It's around 1 a.m. What are you and your imaginary friends
We're
watching?
modern kids, dude. We have Pornhub. We don't need to see tits in our movies.
First off, you're not a modern kid in 1999 when you still had dial-up internet. Yeah.
Oh. Well, I'm sticking to it.
Right.
We're going to go with Arachnophobia as our third choice.
Okay.
You're just picking all
Spiders.
90s monster movies, I see.
Like it's a bad thing.
I do love this.
It's not. I mean, Arachnophobia. You're still in PG-13 territory here.
The whole night's PG-13, brother.
Wow.
Oh
Okay.
my God, you're doing a PG-13.
Let him have the slumber party he wants to have.
This is my slumber party, assholes.
You never had a slumber party, so this is a wish fulfillment. If you had a slumber party, this is the best you're bringing.
So it's just like you and your siblings and your cousin at this.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
That's still a slumber party. It's
And my
fine.
cousin's 40.
Oh.
I feel like your life was just people under the stairs, so you didn't need to watch.
No.
My cousin was cool.
He was hanging out with you when you were 12 and he was 40 watching Arachnophobia.
I was 14.
All right, that's
And this
fair.
never happened.
Why Arachnophobia? Well, there are so many good animal attack movies. Why Arachnophobia?
Well, because I couldn't use anything after 99.
What about before?
I really wanted to put 200 meters down on here.
Isn't it 47 meters down?
No, the sequel's 200 meters down.
I don't think that's true. I still don't. I think 47 meters down 2, Uncaged is what it's called.
No, it would have been scarier at 200, though. Different sharks.
So he's wanting to pick movies that don't even exist.
Yeah, Sam's like,
you guys need to get off
I
my
want
ass.
the sequel to 47
First
meters
off,
down.
Anaconda.
You wanted Rambo First Blood
Anaconda
2,
was a great movie. Arachnophobia was a great movie. It had John Goodman in it. It was terrifying.
Delbert.
It was a really
You don't
scary
need...
movie.
You don't
Julian
need...
Sands, so you're a huge Julian Sands guy.
He
because
died
of Warlock.
He died hiking.
R.I.P. Julian
He
Sands.
died hiking in the hills of California, mysteriously.
I think it's mysterious if you fucking get lost and fall down and you just
He
run
was
out
an
of water.
expert hiker.
I mean, everyone's an expert at something until they ain't.
Right.
Michael Jordan was an expert basketball player before he
Yeah.
became a shitty GM.
What?
Boom. I think I'm lawyering the shit out of all of you, but I think
Charlotte's
my
not
listeners
horrible.
Just gonna win by
It feels like the White Claws are really hitting all of a sudden.
Maybe we just haven't drank since
It's 1
Genre
a.m. at the
Blast. And I'm
slumber
getting...
party.
I remember at Genre Blast, I was like, I might have to be sober for a while. And then you guys came over.
It was 2 weeks. It was 2
All
weeks,
right,
guys.
Let me save this fucking podcast real quick. We're going to pick number 3. I've also got, so a little scary. I've got youthful teenage energy with nowhere to go. I also have a little bit of white people dabbling in ancient arts that they shouldn't.
Oh, never
I'm
mind.
going Candyman number 3.
Ooh, that's a good one. Okay.
Literally a
Okay.
movie that I actually played at a sleepover, and 2 of my friends cried because it scared the shit out of them. It is one of my all-time favorite.
Did you guys
horror
do
movie
the
monsters.
Candyman thing?
That's the thing.
Yes.
That's what I was about. So that's why it's a perfect sleepover
Yeah.
movie, because then you get to dare your friends
Yep.
to go in front of the
Not
mirror.
Who's going in the
single one
bathroom?
of us even fucking dared say Candyman after watching that movie. And it's the one where Helen's talking to the doctor, and he's like, well, you might be... Whoa! And the chest comes out, and the Candyman's like, bye! And he does like a reverse cannonball through the window. We were all just like, no. Ted Raimi
no.
getting killed, you're like, that's not that bad. That scared the shit out of us. Also, some low-key incredible side boob when she's getting stripped down for evidence, which is not cool when you're old, but cool when you're like 14.
That's fair.
But yeah,
Very fair.
Candyman was fucking great. We were also Indiana kids, so that was in Chicago, Cabrini Green, not too far. We used to go up to Chicago, and I remember my dad got off on a wrong exit once, and he just goes, Cabrini Green! I don't even know if we were there or not. He just got scared as shit and screamed those 2 words out and like was terrified, and we just got back on
Oh,
the
so
freeway.
your dad was a fan too, then?
No, my dad never watched anything with me. But I remember Candyman had all these things that made it such an incredible... And when I snuck it into a sleepover, it was like the best night of my life.
Sam, Cabrini Green was a notorious slum.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
It was a projects in Chicago that was not...
So it's like saying
ideal.
Compton or something like that?
Yes.
Kinda, yeah.
But then they tore it down, and apparently like all of that kind of bad stuff spread out. I'm not smart enough to talk about all that, but the story of Candyman is a white PhD student's like, I'm gonna go fuck around in these projects so I can do a paper. And this lady's like, hey bitch, I'm raising a fucking family here. This is not cool. And she's like, nah, I'm gonna keep doing Candyman shit. She wakes up in that lady's room, cut the dog's head off, that lady screaming and her baby's gone. Right? So the whole thing is this just incredibly fucking loaded image after image after image, which I could not get enough of. That movie scared the shit out of me. Sophia, what do you have for your last 2 picks?
All right. Oh, I'm on the turn. Okay,
You're on the turn.
Cool. So it's 1 a.m. Parents are asleep. My pick is Rocky Horror Picture Show. Which I know
such a
theaters
good one.
for,
Great
but,
pick.
I grew up as a theater kid, so this was kind of an obvious pick. My parents would never let me watch this. But it was kind of like that, like, almost like queer LGBTQ, like, awakening movie where you're like, oh, we can just have fun with everybody.
I remember this was on VH1 all the time
yep.
during Halloween season.
Yeah.
Just nonstop,
Yeah.
Because it was, a musical.
Yeah, and it's like 1 a.m. Everyone's hyped up
And
on
the songs fucking rip.
Everyone's doing
movie.
the time warp together, like energy's high. It's a nice palate cleanser before like things get real fucked up and scary. I think that's like the perfect 1 a.m. slumber party movie.
Dude, that's a great pick.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
All right, so you're amping up the high sexuality, but like implied sexuality. What are you finishing with?
So, this is the one that's going to make you guys probably a little angry.
You dropping hammers?
The most scary
Say
movie that
Twilight.
I remember... Twilight.
We have a sexual repression theme today.
Yeah. The scariest movie I remember watching in a slumber party was Insidious.
Insidious,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Explain why
2010.
Insidious makes your list.
So, I am terrified of anything paranormal.
Yeah.
And this was kind of a proto, I think, circling back to that one, the first new age possession demonic horror movie.
It was definitely the first thing I remember that dealt with astral projection.
Yeah, and that's the fucked up part. You
Yeah.
watch it right before you go to sleep, and you're like, am I going to wake up and see myself sitting in a fucking chair?
Well, I
Am
always remembered
I
that
gonna
being a
go-
lesser The Conjuring. When you go back and watch, the story of that is their son doesn't know he's an astral projector, so he gets caught by this fucking devil and the further, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, the further.
And their son is just in a coma for like a year. And this family is falling apart. They're losing all their money. They're like, what do we do to save our son? And then some lady's like,
Grandma.
oh, you got astral projections. You just got to walk into the devil land. And it's like, what? Like, I think we all remember the jump scares and shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. The jump scares are very memorable, and that's
Yes.
that's a movie. If you're playing it at 3 a.m., you're going to wake everybody
Oh,
back
exactly.
up. It's
Just
just like
that-
such a screeching.
Yes.
And I
such
will
a
say,
screeching
to be
score.
completely honest and candid, I was going to choose a Conjuring movie, but I am so fucking upset about the most recent Conjuring movie that I didn't want to give any credit
we
to
were
that
going to
franchise.
do The Conjuring Last Rites. We alternated to The Long Walk.
Yeah.
Because I think The Conjuring people made a huge mistake. And I told these guys this last night. They thought we gave a shit about the Warren family.
We don't give a fuck.
I do not care about their wife, her fiance. I don't really care about Ed and Lorraine unless they're going into a haunted house.
Mhm.
If every Scooby-Doo episode was the gang's like, there's a haunting at the park, Shag, or whatever, and he's like, let's go somewhere else and talk about our marriages.
feelings
You would
and
never
yeah.
watch Scooby-Doo. The Conjuring Last Rites. Woof.
Yeah, so I didn't want to give any credit this week to anything The Conjuring because I'm petty. So I chose Insidious because it's the next best thing.
I
Yeah.
dig that movie a lot. I mean,
It's
that,
good.
Yeah.
It's fun. And it's been a great
James
franchise.
Wan has his finger on the pulse of like that really fucking visceral gut reaction horror that I don't know always works on like multiple viewings, but first night in the theater, James Wan horror movies are fucking incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, and our buddy Kurt did the sets for most of those.
Oh,
I remember
nice.
he did Insidious, The Last Keys or The Red Keys,
I think he did the second one on.
whatever it was.
Yeah.
But I remember we went and saw it 'cause it was the first one Yam was on. And Dandino and I went, and some kid in the theater was texting on his phone. I go, hey, put your fucking phone away.
Yeah.
It's a movie theater.
serious.
Yeah.
And then Dandino always laughs because like 30 minutes later, I go, take your phone out, text. This movie sucks. Do whatever you want.
Yeah,
I think it was the one where the villain had CPAP machines, and I was like, this is awful.
Yeah.
Like, if you have CPAP, you're not a scary villain. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and win this right here.
Mm.
The ultimate early 90s, you made it through all these intense white people fucking around, youth gone wild movies. We're going to do Bordello of Blood.
Never seen.
Oh, that's
This
good.
was the ultimate.
What?
That's a Crypt Keeper. isn't it?
Bordello of Blood.
Isn't that
Do
Crypt
you not remember?
I remember Bordello of
How
Blood
many-
with Dennis Miller.
Yes. So one, okay, this is a shameful thing to say
And
now.
Billy Zane, right?
I remember, no, that
not
was
her?
Demon Knight.
Oh,
I
okay.
remember when
Demon
this
Knight
came out.
was
was
good.
before
I
Bordello.
thought when this came out, when this movie came out, I was like, there are three really cool guys in the whole world. And it is Han Solo, Bob Hoskins and Roger Rabbit,
Well, yes.
and Dennis Miller in Bordello
Oh,
Blood.
my God.
I thought he was a Harrison Ford type who was about to be in every
Yeah.
movie I love
Dennis Miller.
for all time. I was such a huge fan of Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah.
And they made a movie with Corey Feldman, Dennis Miller, and they just said, hey, what if Chris Sarandon, right, ran a mega church that was also dabbling in fucking South American vampires, who set up a brothel under the mortician's house in this small town, and guys would just go to the bar and someone would be like, hey, you want to have sex with insanely hot women? And they would shoot you on a slide. So the inside of the coffin, when you would go in to like get fucking cremated, was actually a slide that would drop you down, which seemed so fun and Goonies-like to me. And you would just come out on this slide, and there would just be all the fucking tits. It was like a Noah's Ark of fucking titties. Just beautiful pairs everywhere you turn. And you would go and get laid, and then vampires would eat you.
So let me get this straight. You are at the video store perusing the shelves, trying to
Yes.
figure out what you're going to watch on your sleepover. And you go Bordello of Blood, and you go right past what, like Fright Night? You're going past.
Fright Night has no good tits in the
Okay,
whole
well,
movie.
what about From Dusk Till Dawn?
That has one set of good tits. One set of good tits. But you have to stomach a whole fucking child molester murderer preamble. In this one, the only thing that is untoward about Bordello of Blood is Dennis Miller now. But in the 90s, we didn't have any of that
The
foresight.
only reason this would make sense to me is because you've run out of tape or your VCR broke, and it's like, what's on HBO?
What's-
No.
Because this movie was on
No.
HBO all the damn time.
This movie, I remember trying desperately to find it. I found a kid who had recorded it. And not even all of it. He didn't have the first 20 minutes of it. And scrounging together quarters. Because my mom used to keep these giant Coke bottles, right? They look like
Oh, yeah, I
Coca-Cola
remember
bottles
those,
with
yep.
change. And I would try to sneak in and dump them out. And I got enough quarters to get all of Bordello of Blood minus the first 20 minutes on a VHS tape. And I watched that thing constantly. That movie, I fucking love. I know everyone hates Bordello of Blood these days.
Yeah.
Probably a lot because Dennis Miller. It was so fun. It was Tales from the Crypt. It was vampires. It was giant, incredible 90s fake tits everywhere. And I legitimately thought Dennis Miller was one of the coolest actors who ever lived. I was so confused. I was like, everyone loves
Strange.
Dennis Miller, right? And he had done Weekend Update. I thought we all loved him. I didn't know.
I think
No.
it's a good third pick. It's not a good like finisher.
You
I think it's
can't
pretty
go
weak.
Pumpkinhead,
It's pretty
Bordello of
weak.
Blood, Candyman. That's bad DJing. That's too yo-yo. So I'm taking you to the depths of whiteness, and then I'm rewarding that with fucking giant-ass titties.
okay.
I think you got to end with the titties.
You end with it.
I think you end
Yeah.
with the titties, so all the little boys could in their sleeping bags, and
Oh,
then
no.
everyone knows once you bust, you go to
Let's-
sleep.
all right.
Not in the same room.
Dude,
You guys ever used to do
I
that?
feel
by the way?
Mixed crowd.
You
mixed
guys
No.
hide
crowd.
behind like
No.
different things so you couldn't see each other. But
Griffey, we're in mixed company.
oh, Sam, we're in mixed company. Sam, what's your last?
I already
Girly
knew
Pops
that.
never did
Yeah.
that.
I
Girly
thought this
Pops
was about
just- yeah.
sleepovers.
Girly Pops just made out.
Maybe
with
that's
each
why I
other. Like,
wasn't
it was
allowed to
just-
have.
Don't
Yeah.
act like making out with each other is less cool. It's wait.
No,
are
I'm
we
not
saying
act-
mine is less cool?
I'm saying we're not sitting in the corner like we're just
Well,
making out with each other.
Wait, you're just doing it in front of each other like animals? That's insane.
We're communal.
It is our shame
that
and
brings
our
us
decision
together.
to hide that makes us better.
So
than
wait,
the
you guys aren't even watching the movie?
I mean, Rocky Horror Picture Show. Listen.
So Sam's argument is no one's getting hot during Mouth Festival.
Yeah.
Sam, what's your
Well,
fourth
of course,
They
it's
might now.
PG-13.
Yeah.
Sam,
No,
what,
I'm putting a rated R in there.
what
Oh.
movies with tits?
So we're gonna end the night with The Ghost in the Darkness.
Time out. Time out.
So that everyone can go to sleep.
Time out.
That was one of my favorite movies growing up, and it was terrifying. I'm
Wait.
super scared of cats.
Is this the Gorilla Poachers movie?
No. This is the Lion
Lions.
Hunters, and this is based on a true freaking story.
Well,
How old were you when this came out? 42?
I'm not even 42 now.
Sleepover list.
Yeah. I was like 16 or 15 or something. 14.
You didn't even pick the obvious choice, Man's Best Friend. What is
Well,
it?
the-
Gorillas in the
The
Dark.
Ghost in the Darkness is a good movie.
It's a great movie.
It's a late '90s movie with Val Kilmer and
Yes.
Michael Douglas.
Michael
Michael
Douglas.
Douglas.
I remember
and
the movie.
and there are some boobies in it, but I believe they're
Boobie.
African women, like tribe women.
Right,
Okay.
those are like National Geographic boobs.
But
They're
they
not
count.
like hot boobs.
When you're 14,
You could have even picked Angel Heart. That had chickens and boobs in it.
what's
Lisa
chickens got to
Bonet.
do with it?
Lisa
Yeah.
Bonet, dude.
Well, I was wanting to stick with the animals killing people thing. And I decided to pick lions to end it. And you can go see this lion in the Chicago Field Museum that they shot in this movie.
Oh, I've seen that lion. Now that you mention it. Yeah.
That's the lion that killed
So the next morning, your mom makes you pancakes and you go see the slain lion.
That sounds like a fun
That sounds awesome,
yeah,
man.
I would do that.
I feel like Sophia is being so supportive because we literally just watched you get fucking shot and taxidermied on the spot.
The Sophia Sam vibes are still rolling
you know
from
what?
the last one.
Let's let the audiences
Yeah, let's let them. The one thing that I will give you is I think these all came out in roughly the same year, so they're all on the video store.
So this is all the fucking
These are all the newest movies at Blockbuster.
You're not playing that old shit for your friends. You're giving them the new goodness.
Nah, we don't watch that old shit anyways. Back when people were racist.
All right, Heath, I feel like this list is wide open.
Hey, all right. So this is not a movie. This is not a movie that I am proud to say that I've seen.
Oh, no.
And I don't even know that you could call it a movie. But what I do know is by the end of the sleepover, everybody's ready for the hardest core shit, the lone survivors of whoever's still awake.
Okay.
What are we going to put on to really kill the vibe? Faces of Death.
Oh,
yes!
Faces of Death!
That was a good sleepover.
Yes!
That was
yes!
Good.
Also, is that a movie? I guess it's a movie.
It's like found footage. It's like a found footage movie.
It's like a compilation of murders.
But they weren't real. But you thought they were
some
real.
Of them were. Some of them are real, I think.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I think some of them are
legend.
real. Is that the urban legend?
Faces of Death. That might just be such a fucking bizarre choice.
That is a sleepover. Like, what's the hardest core fucking shit we can put on?
I feel like that's the modern day equivalent of like the black internet.
Mistake.
Yeah.
I feel like if Faces of Death was third after Child's Play, and then you had the soft, soothing balm of giant alien tits and Life Force fourth, I think you're overplaying the thing you do right before you have to sleep.
Well, you're going to give them nightmares for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look, I mean, you're not going to wait too late into the night before you get to the boobs.
That's fair.
That's where I disagree. There is no amount of sleep I would have forsaken to see.
No, it's as soon as the parents are asleep.
Yeah.
You're putting the boobs on.
Oh yeah, you're eager. Like
that's
they're
also
not going to wait a single
I wanted
second.
them immediately, but also would have waited days of no sleep to see a titty anywhere in the 90s. Like anywhere I could have seen a titty, that was happening.
No, we had our fill on Life Force, and then it's like time to get like really raunchy.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty awesome choice. I have to say, I did not expect Faces of Death to make the list tonight. So let's go over it.
You think that's like a proto for YouTube? Faces of Death?
Proto for YouTube, yeah. For fucking terrorist murders. Heath had Tremors, Child's Play, Life Force, Faces of Death. Pretty good. Sam has Anaconda, Lake Placid, Arachnophobia, Ghost, and the Darkness. Are you proud of that?
You think Man's Best Friend would have made a better list?
Yes. Yes, without a doubt.
I had it on my list, but I just...
Yeah, Man's Best Friend is one of my favorites.
Ghost in the Darkness is a significantly better movie.
I completely disagree.
You would be wrong.
When I went to rent Man's Best Friend, it was on the counter of employee picks at Video Day. Ghost in the Darkness would never.
It was sentimental to you. That's what's important.
It was a better movie.
That's just not true.
That's
all right, I
no
had
sentimentality involved.
The Lost Boys, Pumpkinhead, Candyman, Bordello of Blood. Feels incredible. Sophia had Halloween Town, The Craft, Rocky Horror Picture Show, Insidious.
Respectable.
Pretty strongly. I feel like there are some people that won't even read our list when they see Sophia's. And then I feel like people will read Sam's and wish they had not. And then they'll decide if Heath or I won.
I think you're dead wrong about my list, actually.
You think you're gonna win? I think I fucking clearly won.
I think Bordello of Blood sunk your ship. You're doing pretty good.
Anyone
Bordello of Blood is great. Have you seen Bordello of Blood?
No.
I know what we're doing tonight when we finish pods.
We're doing another pod about the long walk.
Oh no.
Or we're watching Bordello of Blood. And we'll pick.
Hey, Angie Everhart in the 90s. I'll watch Bordello of Blood. Yeah,
it was between.
It wasn't bad.
That was the one where you're like, Jessica Rabbit is real. And it was like a whole ordeal for me. It was.
But you were actually crushing on Dennis Miller the whole time.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, this Dennis Miller guy is so good with the fucking dialogue. I thought he was so good in that movie. I literally thought I had never seen Ice Pirates or whatever.
Maybe I'll fire up the net after this. Oh, give me some of that Dennis Miller action.
All I knew in the world is that Dennis Miller was on the coolest show that had ever existed, SNL. and then he was in Bordello Blood, and I was like, this is the best thing I've seen
He was
since
hot
Han
back then,
Solo
yeah.
and Bob Hoskin in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And I thought he was going to be a huge star. I was so convinced. I was titmatized, dude. I was titmatized, dude. I couldn't think straight. So that's it. You guys be sure to let us know who you think won, right? Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, on our Patreon community, the Messed Up Movies Podcast Patreon. Join our Discord. See, he's directing, and he always goes to himself, so he knows when it's coming, and he does those fucking untorched plugs.
Yes.
The rest of us let our list speak for ourselves, except for Sam, which is a ghost in the dark and has to whisper.
Darkness.
Darkness, sorry. My bad. Mea culpa. Please let us know who
Titles
you
matter.
think won. Also, please let us know if you have ideas for a list that you think would be incredible for us to draft. We need all the help we can do, or we can get, coming up with lists that would be really fun to talk about.
And if you would like to be on our podcast, come into the
Yes.
studio, do your own draft. You just have to go to our Indiegogo page. There's a perk there just for you.
You have to type in Mr. Cream Jeans Hidey Hole because we're shadow banned, because Sophia doesn't understand mixed company.
bad,
One of the
Shorty, my
things
bad.
I would love is for someone to pick that, and who would they kick off of the dais, right? Would it be me because I win all the time, or Sam because they don't want to talk about Val Kilmer movies? Who knows?
Who doesn't want to talk about Val Kilmer movie? What the f?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I might have walked into a trap
Yeah.
there. That's it. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.